ก็จะเป็นก็จะทำการสตรีมวันจันทร์ถึงวันพฤหัสนะครับเวลา2 ทุ่ม4 ทุ่มนะครับก็มาเดทนิดหน่อยนะครับก็สวัสดีคนที่มาดูย้อนหลังด้วยนะครับก็วันจันทร์กับวันอังคารก็จะเป็น Genshin Impact นะครับส่วนวันพุธกับพฤหัสก็จะเป็น Monster Hunter World Iceborne นะครับก็เป็น Genshin Impact นะครับก็ตามชื่อคลิปเลยผมก็จะมาเล่นเควสระดับตำนานนะครับของเดย่าระดับตำย่านี้ครับซึ่งเป็นเควสสุดท้ายแล้วนะครับของผมจะตามที่ผมจะเล่นตามแพทใหม่ทันนะครับเพราะว่าผมเพิ่งน่าจะเล่นได้ประมาณ 4-5 เดือนนี่เองนะครับก็เล่นเล่นเล่นพักๆไม่ได้ตั้งใจอะไรมากนะครับไม่ได้แบบโหเล่นอะไรขนาดนั้นก็มาถึงจุดนี้แล้วนะครับที่เควสระดับตำนานก็จะเคลียร์หมดแล้วหลังจากเคลียร์เควสระดับตำนานแล้วนะครับก็จะไปเคลียร์แฮงเอาท์นะครับ ซึ่งแฮงเอาท์เนี่ยก็เล่นกุญแจแล้วก็ปลดล็อกจนเกือบหมดแล้วนะครับก็จะเหลือแค่ของโนเอลตอนที่2นะครับเพราะว่ามันต้องเล่นฉากแรกให้เสร็จก่อนแล้วก็อีกอันหนึ่งก็คือเป็นเน็ตที่ยังไม่ได้ปลดล็อกนอกนั้นก็ปลดล็อกหมดแล้วนะครับแต่ว่ายังไม่ได้เล่นมีเล่นของบาบาร่าไปคนหนึ่งนะครับเล่นจบแล้วนอกนั้นก็ยังไม่ได้เล่นเลยก็เดี๋ยวจะมาตีมเล่นครับระหว่างนั้นก็อาจจะมีเล่นกิจกรรมประจำสัปดาห์ไปด้วยนะครับพวกกิจกรรมกิจกรรมประจำแพทประจำน่าจะเป็นกิจกรรมประจำแพทแล้วกันครับพวกนี้ครับที่เอ่อมีกิจกรรมจำกัดเวลานะครับก็เท่าที่อ่านดูว่ากิจกรรมตัวเนี้ยมันจะมีการปลดล็อกเป็นช่วงๆนะครับซึ่งจะปลดล็อกหมดในวันพรุ่งนี้ตอนรีเซ็ตวันนะครับก็ทำให้ผมน่าจะไปเริ่มสตรีมกิจกรรมตัวนี้วันจันทร์หน้านะครับส่วนวันนี้ผมก็จะไปตามเควสก่อนละกันครับตามเควสระดับตำนานของเด็กไปครับแล้วก็มาที่โลหิตราชสีห์กฎแห่งมัลติคอร์นี่นะจำไม่ได้นะอันนี้ครั้งที่แล้วน่าจะเดินไปเดินมาแล้วก็ไปเปิดเควสมาแล้วนะครับนี่อันนี้น่าจะเป็นเควสถัดมาแหละไปครับก็น่าจะไม่ได้เห็นฉากเปิดเควสนะครับไปครับ
Hey, Dhaya, you're back. Are these two friends of yours? Likewise. Anyway, since we've got a newcomer, let me fill you in on they've become extremely aggressive. Apparently, even their own now have become They even attack other relics brigades, just the same as any other mercenary brigade.
จำไม่ได้เลยนะครับว่ามีอะไรกันวะ
Even the most ferocious beasts still protect their own. And it sounds...
That's right. Once they've collected enough loot off the other mercenaries, they sell it off. A portion of their profits is immediately exchanged for more food and weapons.
That's terrible.
Yeah, and it really makes you wonder why they're so desperate for Mora. A few days ago, Isham and I trailed them for a while, and even disguised ourselves as merchants to conduct trade with them. Rather than saying they're out to plunder and hoard Mora, it'd probably be more
Wait, a power stroke?
You heard me right. The vast majority of their victims are mercenaries from the other brigade. If their only goal was Mora, they could have gone after anybody. The targeted nature of their attacks points to a power struggle between the different brigades with... Unfortunately, we weren't able to find out anything more specific. Oh, one last thing we discovered was that over the past few years, as Dakan al-Ahmar became more and more active, Deshret's relics as a whole became a lot weaker.
งงกว่าเดิมนะครับ
Sounds mighty strange to me too. Harun, you can leave the rest. Gotta say though, I didn't expect you to go on a whole undercover mission during the...
Nah, it was nothing. We're just as concerned about the situation.
What he said. Besides, Dhaya.
Yeah. And while they went to talk with Dakan al-Ahmar, any survivors of the attack were already long gone. There was nothing...
Ah, Hisham and Khalaf. You're here too.
อะไร
We rushed over as soon as we saw you come into Caravan Ribat. Although this new friend of yours looks a little green behind the ears, I'm sensing a special vibe from her. Now that we know you'll have a capable partner with you...
Hey, what about...
Oh,
Of course! Paimon is the traveler's most important guide. Wherever she goes, Paimon will follow.
oh. In that case, then...
Don't underestimate...
Don't worry about her. She may look tiny and helpless, but she's been through just as many battles. Even if she had only survived on sheer luck, then that alone would...
I had no idea.
Oh, one other thing, Dhaya. When you're free, why don't you update the
Dhaya.
deputy about your upcoming schedule?
คือดีย่านะครับ
We held another recruitment event a few days ago, but everyone only came to see the Flame Main. You weren't around at the time, so people were pretty... The deputy put a lot of effort into the event, but it was basically for nothing. Only a few people chose to stay.
Sorry to hear that. I'll be sure to bring him some great liquor next time.
Gotta admit, I can understand their disappointment, though. Now, if only the deputy could figure out a way to bring a...
Keep dreaming. Remember the last time I invited a couple gals into the brigade? You all just froze up. The awkward silence and weird expressions left quite the impression on them. They were originally...
Hey, didn't we agree to never bring that up?
Huh? Wait, are you serious?
I don't...
Are you kidding me? I missed a once-in-a-lifetime moment like that, and you weren't even gonna tell me?
All right. We can tell...
Hey, don't you try to change the subject. You and Hisham get your butts over here and tell me...
Are they... Oh, wait.
More. There aren't many rules or graces when it comes to mercenaries. We're used to just speaking our minds. If someone starts getting under your skin, you just yell right back at them. But we also don't tend to take many things too seriously. Being direct
วิ่ง
and
ผ่านหลัง
getting
ไป
it
ด้วย
all
นะค
out
รับ
of
เอ้า
your
เล่น
system
อะไร
as
กัน
soon as things come. That's
อ๋อ
also
น่าจะ
why
ไล่
I
จับกัน
never
อยู่
spare
นะครับ
their feelings when I talk to them. If I want to laugh, I'll laugh. If I'm angry, then I'll unload on them. It's hey knuckleheads.
Yeah, you hear her, Holloff? Told you we gotta focus on the investigation first. All you gotta do is wait and ambush them in the evening. They'll have no...
Perfect. Thanks for that. Be sure to pass my regards to...
Will do. You stay...
ไปต่อแล้วนะครับ อ๋อตรงโต้ ปิดหิน
This should be the place. Let's find a spot to hide. It's gonna come down to a fight one way or another. So let's...
No need to worry. She knows...
I'm not worried about that. What I meant is that we probably... Ah, here they come. You ready? Let's not give them a chance to react and end this.
ออกไปบวกแล้วนะครับ
That's close enough.
Our bond is strong. Shadows of fate.
Buckle up!
You're... the Flame Main.
Good. That saves me an introduction. All right, time for a little talk.
You know the code of being a mercenary just like everyone else.
That might have worked on an amateur, but I know you're just looking to protect your reputation. Think about it, though. What's your reputation worth if you won't have the other? You've got 5 seconds. You might want to think twice about how.
Whoa!
I'm not joking around. We can do this the easy way or the painful way. 2 seconds.
I'll save you the trouble.
Huh? Are you crazy? He tried to bite off his own tongue. Quick, search. I definitely didn't expect him to go that far. Thankfully, the wound wasn't too.
But why would he?
I just wanted to test his mettle. You can get a lot of mercenaries to talk just by. I didn't expect him to be willing to go through so much pain just to deny us some intel.
Well, he's out cold for now. We could.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It'll be a waste of time to interrogate him again. There are
อ๋อ
lots
ใจ
of
ดี
goods
นะครับ
around here. Let's search.
เขาจะทำร้ายตัวเอง
I'm
ต่อ
really
ด้วย
sorry.
ยาทำแผลนะครับ
We found a piece of paper with a bunch of names on it.
Let me take a look. If this really is a merchant yep. I see an entry for Dakana Lakmar right here. Kusela, Idrisi, Bashar, and Takriti. All familiar names. Dakana Lakmar has been trading for a hefty supply of food. This caravan is just one link in their logistics chain. Once in the rainforest, the caravan will exchange the looted goods. That person will then pack the caravan full of necessary goods. Wait, why is there no Mora value recorded for the final transaction?
No?
Yeah, every transaction before the last one was marked with an exact amount of Mora. But the final one, where they paid... perhaps. But they couldn't have known how much they would make off selling. Anyway, the next part's the records of the goods themselves. Huh?
What's wrong?
Shazamon Homayani?
Homoyani? You mean Dunyarzad's family?
I'd be surprised to find someone with the exact same first and last name. Shazamon Homayani. Just what the heck is going on here? I'm sorry, you're right. But what this piece of paper confirms is that
What if the Homayanis have been kept in the dark? And
That's a possibility. But if that was the case, why is this? They could have just as easily bought goods such as food and medicine directly from Caravan Rebot or Port Ormos. Yeah, funding violence and looting. The brigade gets...
but why would he do?
Honestly, I've been to their estate many times, and I've never noticed anything. The only potentially large expenditure I could think of would be the treatment, but that's still just a speculation. I don't think the master would stoop so low to make Mora. You're probably right. I know my lady's personality, and
But what should we do now? All we found is just another mystery.
If you ask me, I'm not worried. It's too early to make a... Let's go find my lady again.
ของ
We'll tell her
ท่านนะครับ
everything and see if she's willing to lend us her support. If we're lucky, we can not only figure out the mystery of this paper, but
Dia, are you sure this is the best decision? What if instead of getting the help we need,
I've considered that possibility. But even still, I want to tell her what we found. She showed genuine concern for me when we first brought up the topic. I can't repay her kindness with doubt and suspicion. That's not how I
ความ
deal
เชื่อ
with people.
ขวางเพื่อนนะครับ
you're right. Paimon wants to trust Dunyarzad.
Yeah. Let's pay another
จะ
visit
ถาม
to
นะครับ
Sumir.
ว่าเกิดอะไรขับไปเมืองไม่รู้ คนหนูนี่เอ๊ะ
We're back, my lady.
Oh, you're back a lot sooner than I expected. You mustn't have.
Actually, we are still investigating.
I see. The clues you've.
Something like that.
You all look a little dispirited. Why don't you discuss it with me? Maybe I'll.
It's okay, my lady. It's not so much about me being upset.
So something is wrong. Even that on any other day, Paimon would have already waved to me with a smile and shouted, "Dunyerzad!" We're. So tell me.
My lady, please prepare yourself for what we're going to tell you next.
The master. Okay, I understand. My father.
Yeah, it makes as little sense to us as it does to you. I've never doubted the master's integrity, so I'm having a real hard time rationalizing. Maybe he's not actually aware of the full story and just stumbled into the deal by accident.
I can't help but agree with the
Huh? You mean you've...
Thank you for sharing all this information with me. Since you've told me everything you know, I should also... In the past, I thought that my father hired a bodyguard for me so that I wouldn't run away. However, there are plenty of capable mercenaries in the Corps.
About that. Well, the Homayanis really needed bodyguards. Later, the master told me that I was one of the best mercenaries he'd ever... He offered me a pile of mora, so...
Well, but that didn't really answer my question.
Maybe the Corps of 30 just didn't have anyone available, or maybe... I think I get what you're saying. You think none of this was a cool...
Precisely. At first glance, nothing seemed strange or out of place. If my father had always been in contact with the Khan al-Akmar, then it would make sense for him to bring Dia into our house.
You mean the goal all along was to get Dia to be your
No, that's too much of a stretch. I cut all ties with my...
But that still doesn't rule out the possibility that your father has still been trying to influence...
So, the master was not likely an innocent victim in all of this?
Sorry we put all this on...
It's okay, Paimon. I should actually be thanking you. Regardless of his reasons, if my father has truly been funding a...
But is that... real? My father has committed many atrocities and deserves all the punishment that he has coming to him. However, the Homayani family has treated me with nothing. If we decide to investigate this further, we could end up implicating the entire...
Dia...
It's all right, Dia. If anyone were to ask...
You don't have to do that, my lady. I'm not conflicted because I'm afraid of taking responsibility.
Hey! It's still too early to give up hope! What was the thing about friendship again? Right, yeah, trust! Besides, there's no point on getting all riled up before we've confirmed all the facts!
Thank you, everyone. That makes a lot of sense. In which case, my lady...
Sure thing. I also hope he'll be a...
you...
ไปตรงไหน อ๋อ ตรงจุดชมวิว
Thank you for coming, sir. Please allow me to introduce these two. This is the traveler.
Yes, my daughter has mentioned them from time to... But we may skip all the...
Well, we wanted to bring this transaction record to your attention.
So, that's what you found?
If you wouldn't mind, we'd like an explanation.
Well, it's a long and difficult story. What I do know, though, Dia, is that the truth will bring you no solace.
Wait, me?
Yes, I understand perfectly why you came to see me. And I am touched by your collective... But knowledge always comes at a price. And sometimes, as they say...
โอ้ สวัสดีครับคุณนม
Your father could
ที่
say
เห็น
that,
คุณหนุ่ม
I
เปิด
believe that.
คอนทันเล่นใช่ไหมครับ ไว้เจอกันวันพุธพฤหัส
Of course, you have the right to seek and learn the truth. The facts of this matter may reduce everything you've built for yourself. If you must proceed, then Kusela's heartfelt efforts will also...
His heartfelt efforts? I'm sorry, sir, but I've made it this far in life without a single drop of my father's support. I have my own ideals and ways of looking at the world, as well as people and causes that I've chosen to cherish and fight. I came here today to support you as the head of the Homayani family.
ว่าการที่
No warning
คุ
will
ณ
change my
ดี
stance
ย่า
on
เขา
it.
ได้เงินเยอะนี่ อาจจะเป็นเพราะว่าเป็นคุณพ่อเขาส่งเงินผ่านให้กับท่านคนนี้มานะครับ
I understand. Then our family once needed to take a trip to the desert when Dunyarzad was just a baby. They had superior numbers and quickly overpowered our bodyguards. When all those Eremites were Kusela's brigade, Dekan al-Ahmar. Kusela's men told me that the attackers were Eremite mercenaries, just like themselves. I was shocked. Why would Kusela was grinning and walked over to play with baby Dunyarzad. She was startled by his unfamiliar face and nearly started crying.
Really?
He said that he had no particular reason to help us. He just took... We started talking about our children, and I sensed that he was a devoted father. To repay his kindness, I hired his brigade to help out at our estate for a time.
So, that's what happened.
It was many years before I saw him again.
Oh.
I almost didn't recognize him the next time he came knocking on my door. The man I knew to be strong and healthy had been reduced.
So, what happened to him? He was perfectly fine.
I'm not too sure myself. The only thing that didn't change was his cheery disposition. He then suddenly asked me if Dunyarzad, now that she had grown. At the time, Dunyarzad was going through a particularly severe bout of her Elazar.
เป็นโรค
There was no need for her to have
ลื
a
มไปเลย
bodyguard when she could barely leave the house. But he kept coming back to the topic. Come on, it never hurts to be safe. How do you know? I was completely lost at first, until he recommended the blazing beasts. And in particular...
So he was the one who recommended...
Indeed. He didn't say it out loud, but it was clear that he saw Deshret's relics as an evil group he was already beyond redemption, but he hoped that he would be able to detach his daughter from the... If Dia could stay in my house and keep working as a bodyguard, then gradually...
And that's why you offered her such
Yes, but not just because of that. From the moment and that's also why I tried to persuade you to stay when you asked for permission to leave. Kusela saved my daughter and I all those years ago in the desert. I could never refuse him in trusting...
He was always like that. Acting like he's okay.
Kusela said that he'd reimburse me for a portion of Dia's fees.
อ๋อจริง
I
ด้วยนะครับ
refused to take any Mora from him, but he'd always...
มีเงิน
Eventually I
สนับ
just
สนุนให้
accepted them as a token of his gratitude. And that went on for a... The letter contained a request to help him buy food, weapons, and...
Wait! Isn't that around the time that Dekan al-Ahmar's...
That's right. When I started to hear some nasty rumors, I became wary. But by then, he was no longer receptive to my requests to talk. If I had to get... That thought occurred to me as well. I figured that he probably... After some deliberation, I decided to send him some food and medicine. I am aware that even such a reduced gesture of support could lead to others coming to harm, but in the end, it probably was the wrong decision. I plugged my ear.
If you can, please tell me where he is. None of the things he's doing right now make any sense if he's just trying to keep me from getting tanked. If all he wants to do is steer clear of me, then maybe he shouldn't have brought me into this world.
Oh no, Dia...
I'm just angry because I can't wrap my head around any of his actions. I don't know. I really don't, but I guess you do have a point. We haven't uncovered the whole truth yet.
I'll do my best to help. Of course, I don't know Kusela's exact whereabouts. Outside of supplying his brigade with some goods, however, there's a man on the list named Jawed. He used to be a mercenary in the desert and is now a member of the Corps of 30. He's responsible for supplying weapons and liaising with the Dekan al-Ahmar's merchant caravan. I think he should know. I've heard that he likes to have a few drinks alone and enjoy the cool wind at night outside the tavern. Maybe...
Understood. Thank
เรา
you.
ตา
sir.
กลมนะครับ
Then I guess this is...
I'll stay and be with my father here. To be honest, I'm still a little... My father has indeed done something wrong, but if I think about it, I feel like Our only course of action is to turn every.
Yes. I am prepared. It's time to face my.
ร้านอ๋อร้านเหล้าก็คือตรงนี้ จะต้องรอให้ถึงกลางคืนก็เดาว่าน่าจะเป็น6 โมงนะครับ เป็นรูปพระอาทิตย์ตกดินไหนครับจาเวตแอบมาหรือเปล่าร้านเหล้าแต่จะยังมืดไม่พอนะครับ ตรงนี้
Don't you remember your
เป็น
adventure?
ต้า อันนี้ออกนอก ต้องดึกกว่านี้อีกหน่อยแล้วกันครับ ลองไปที่2 ทุ่มนะครับวานนี่จาเวตเจอแล้วโตเต้าอยู่ตรงนี้
Huh?
I know what you've been up to. Smuggling weapons to violent brigades in the desert while working for the Corps.
Shh. Keep your voice down. How do you know? Come with me. We should take this elsewhere. This place should do. All right. Back to my question.
Don't worry about that for now. You know what kind of punishment.
Wait. There's no need to jump the gun. Let's talk this out.
So what's in it for you?
Well, I was a little tight on money at the time, and Kusela took good care of me in the past. I weighed it in my mind, and I couldn't find a reason to turn the opportunity down. I wouldn't only be helping my...
Let me tell you how it is. We're investigating Khan al-Akmar, and we're gonna put an end to their operations. If you provide some help for us, then we might just put in a good word later to reduce the term.
Hey, why don't we discuss this a little first? Listen, I made quite a...
Shut it. My patience is running out. You should know when a mercenary is after something.
All right, sheesh. But you gotta promise you'll put in some nice work. They're always on the move. Here's the spot they were at the last time I made my delivery to the desert. Feel free to go have a look. I'm just telling you, though, it's not on me if they're not there.
Sure. And then you can forget about any nice words from us.
Hey, come on. No.
Really? And how do I know you're not leading us straight into a trap?
All right, I get it. Why don't you go take a look, and if they're not there anymore?
Now that's more like it. Let's move.
ต่อรองกันเก่งนะครับ
And as for you, try to stick around
คิ
the
ดไม่ถึ
city
งเหมือนกัน
until
เรื่
we
อง
get
พวก
back.
นี้
You don't want us to call the folks from the Corps and have them drag you back.
ไปแล้วครับ ถึงเวลาจะต้องไปไกลแล้ว เท้าของโมนาแต่จะไม่
Seems like we're in luck. That should be their camp. Let's go. We'll finally get to the bottom of this ourselves.
ก็ยังดีที่ไปถามนะครับ จะ
I'm
ให้
here
ไป
to
บวก
see
เลย อ้าว
Kusela. Tell him to get out here.
Tia,
เลยเหรอ
why are you here?
คอมโบมี4 ครั้งนะครับ
Look alive! Yeah!
คอมโบครั้งที่ 4 เท่มากเลยครับเป็นการต่อย
Let's get it on! Ha! Cha! Hey! Yeah! Haven't you all done enough?
เสริม
Oh, so are you also here to stop us?
Stay out of this. It's got nothing to do with you.
You asked for it.
เหมือนก็เป็นอันติแบบต่อเนื่องนะครับ
Buckle up! Cha! Ha! 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 Cha! Ha! 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 Cha!
ก็น่าจะต้องอยู่ในวงด้วยมั้งครับ
Look alive!
จะได้ปั๊บ
Cha! Yeah!
ตายแล้ว
Oh, she's so...
Enough fighting. We all know each other, and I don't want to take things. Just bring Kusela to me. There's. Did you understand a single word I just said?
All right, everyone, let's all just calm down. Dhaya, he died a long time.
What?
Seems like you've been out of the loop for a while. Guess that's for the best, though.
When did he die? What happened to him?
A few years ago, Kusela broke up Dakan al-Ahmar and went to the Deshret's Relics headquarters by himself.
So is that when you guys started acting up?
We would prefer to call it taking revenge. Every last person in Deshret's Relics must pay in blood for what they did.
Let me start from the beginning. Dhaya, do you know how the head of the relics maintained order?
Overwhelming strength and unquestionable authority?
Those were a part of it, yes. But just those on their own, regardless of whether they joined by their own will or were coerced. Every person in Deshret's, whether it be their deepest sin, some unforgivable act, or their most immoral exploit, the records serve both as a symbol of loyalty. That's precisely it. Every one of us have a record. Me, Bashar, but you, Dhaya. You were never...
I never even knew that.
You were probably the only person in all of Deshret's Relics who didn't know about it.
Ever since you were born, Boss had been trying to shield you from this organization's... Not only that, but he also banned all of us from committing any nefarious acts. He said he'd take care of the dues we had to pay regularly to headquarters. But in the end, he was just an ordinary person. What could he? He was forced to go to headquarters again and again to account for missed dues and incomplete records. He'd come up with all kinds of...
We all knew he was doing that for you. He wanted to get you out of this world, no matter what it took.
เป็นพ่อกลับใจนะครับ
And that's why he became a shell of himself and couldn't walk.
Wait, but that doesn't make any sense. I didn't know about any of.
Because you were too young at the time. How would you ever tell between wounds? When you left home after that final argument with him, he seemed to age by a decade overnight. Even his hair went gray.
So even the blazing beasts were.
Yep. It was all his doing. Had he not arranged them to come to you, you probably would have been reduced.
A few years ago, Boss said he needed to make another trip to headquarters. He was already pretty weak then, and we all assumed he was going to get beaten again. I suggested that he hand the role of leadership over to me, but he said there was no long... His words made no sense to me. But that night, we heard that a massive fire tore through headquarters and razed everyone's records to ash.
Everyone gained their
เอาหลัก
freedom.
ฐานนะครับ
Many members fled, not just from our ranks. But how could we leave with a clear conscience? All of us who knew exactly what had happened.
The boss can't have just died for nothing. Those heartless jerks at headquarters took him.
From that point on, The sole purpose of the big fire that boss started was quite a blow to headquarters strength. It's given us the opportunity to launch, even though we're outnumbered. We vowed to see our revenge through to the very end. There were people from headquarters who changed their names and went into hiding. Some fled to other brigades, and others escaped, but we won't let any of them escape our wrath. They'll all pay for what they've...
We've suffered plenty of losses as well. To keep going, we need an enormous amount of... All we can do is exchange our loot from Mora, and then use that to get supplies. We forged Boss's handwriting and sent out many letters to his former friends. Thankfully, many people were willing to come to our aid. We were also able to attract many mercenaries who shared our goal. We've endured unspeakable pain to win many impossible. Deshret's relics have become weaker and weaker, and now we finally have an opportunity to direct...
Paimon doesn't know what to say anymore.
We do know right from wrong, but we were sinners from the very beginning. Boss always loved his old-fashioned hero stories. Those tales about sacrifice, we used to always laugh at him for it. But as for me, I never considered myself a hero. But maybe those hero stories he liked foreshadowed everything that was to come. Maybe we were all just acting along with the play in the beginning. But as we acted the parts and recited the... I'm sorry, Dhaya. I know you always found us insufferable ever since you were young. Just think of this as a madman rant.
I'll go with you.
Huh? Dhaya?
I grew up with these guys, and I know they're not bad people. It's just that some situations get so bad. All I know is that Deshret's relics must be... Furthermore, I want to go see the place for myself. I know you don't want to get involved in this, so there's no need for you to tag along. I can do this on my own.
Yeah. Paimon feels like we'd only regret it if we don't...
Thank you. We'll be a lot stronger together.
I bet Boss would
เป็น
lose
การ
his
ต่อสู้
mind
เต็ม
if
รูป
he
แบบ
had
เลยนะครับ
to join us at the very last moment like
ดัน
this.
เจียน
Considering all the losses and injuries we sustained, we can't afford to turn down someone as powerful.
He can think whatever he wants, but the fact is, I owe him this much.
ต่อ กันครับนี่ขึ้นได้ไหมถูกนะครับที่มาตรงนี้อ้าวแล้วตามมาก็พามาถึงดันเจียนเลยนะครับ
Sure didn't run into much trouble on the way here.
Should be. I don't think they have enough manpower left to post guards and defend their...
เขาให้มีธาตุไฟไปด้วยนะครับใช่ครับเอาแค่ธาตุไม้กับธาตุสายฟ้าก็พอ
Wow. Paimon didn't expect it to look like this.
They should all be holed up in here. Don't know how many people that...
Who cares? We'll round up all of them.
Still, we should be careful. Even if they've only got one shot left, it could still...
Yeah, we'll know what they're really capable of. Deshret's relics may have been a force to be reckoned with before, but...
Yeah, they don't stand a chance with you here.
จะยินซ้ายมองขวาเลยเดี๋ยวเก็บของได้เดี๋ยวตาย
Stand with me. Delves into death. Let the show begin.
มีเห็นมีแถบเลือดนะครับกลัวตาย
The bond is strong.
New punching.
เอ้ามาอีกแล้ว
I see everything. Lightning terrified. Fate is upon you. I'll protect us. Dissipate. Hey. Yeah.
ยัง
Lucky today.
หมดอีกอ๋อเขาออกมาเรื่อยๆนะครับ
The bond is strong. Let me scry. I'm getting sick of this. I see everything. Dissipate. Let the show begin.
I'll be back.
This way, follow me. We're almost there.
almost there
Wait! They went charging ahead without checking for any traps!
trap
You guys okay?
It seems like we just got trapped in here.
Watch out, the enemy's coming from ahead.
Well, now that things have come to this,
Don't worry about us. We knew something like this could happen. Go and take. Let's go! We can't let the boss step.
Let's check if there's another way! The sooner we can make it to-
Let's see.
let's see
I think I see a way through over there, but it's being blocked.
Okay, let's go!
ให้อะไรเอ่ยปรับความสีอย่างแม่นยำอ๋ออันนี้เขาก็ให้เปลี่ยนเป็นสีเหลืองอ๋อแบบนี้ด้วยนะครับแต่อีกไหม
Hey! Stand with me! Delved into destiny, decided by destiny!
ร้อยกล่อง common shade
Another mechanism like the one before, but this one's being blocked off in the middle.
We just need to adjust it a little.
ก่อนที่แสงอย่างต้อง ก็ยากสักเท่าไหร่นะครับอะไรอีก
Everyone hold hands! Our bond is strong! Out of my way! Shadows of fate! Let's dance! I see everything! Stand with me! Let me scribe!
อ่ะไปไหนนี่ตายหมดแล้วเนี่ย
Ouchie! Let the show begin. Go, Barbara, go! Dissipate! Shadows of fate!
ไปไหน
Hey!
ต่อซ้ายขวามีของให้ไหมก็น่าจะตามปกติผิดแล้วนะครับทางโน้นเปลี่ยนสีร้อยมาแล้วครับลานกว้างๆกล่องให้ด้วย
I wasn't expecting anyone to make it through from the other side, but as a desert dweller, I suppose we should be used to—
Don't waste your breath. You have nowhere.
Run. Had I wanted it, I witnessed the golden age of Deshret's relics. Even if I could leave this place, even now, my brother, the greatest, should never live to—
So you want to go out in a blaze?
Let us draw our weapons! We will they are but two, while we hold— Wave 1! Charge! Eliminate them!
Eliminate them.
Delve into death. I'll protect us.
I'll be back.
Go, Barbara, go! I see everything. Our bond is strong.
Don't think that you've won. We're just getting started.
Leave for space. Written in the stars.
My space.
Now you're taking my patience.
Let the show begin. Get with me. Ow.
ไอเดย่าเลยนะครับ
King Deshret will not abandon any one of his followers.
Hey! Dissipate.
Now you're
Let me
testing my
scry.
patience.
Huh?
อีกไหมโอ้มาอีกนะครับ
This is where we prove our faith.
Do you all just want to die?
None of us plan to leave this place alive!
Pressure wage and raise its sword! Where do you think you're going?
อ๋อเจอตัวอัญเชิญ2 ตัว
I'll protect us. Go, Barbara. Earlier. Our bond is strong.
ดีที่ไม่จำกัดเวลานะครับ ได้เรื่อย
But we'll meet again.
ๆอย่างหมดแล้วต่อข้างบนเต็มแล้วนะครับ
The commander has finally fallen.
But they're still coming at us. This place is like a gladiator's ring.
Yes! Keep fighting! There's no need to fear.
When the next wave comes, try to draw. I'm going to see if I can take out that high.
เอาไปไหน
Get out of my way!
Come and face me, Michel! So they've broken through the front.
Apologies, Lord Michal. They fight like absolute madmen. No matter how much we
So,
Time to pay for everything.
you think I will be buried in the sand along.
Hey, wait!
ท่าทางจะดักเพิ่มอีกนะ ตอนนี้สนุก
We were too late.
It's over. There's no more need. But if you're still going to cling on to your so-called mercenary's pride, then I'll give you all the...
Hey, Dhaya! I found the mechanism. I'll get you all back up here right away.
Let's go.
กล่องก่อน ตัดก็สวยดีนะครับ
Who are you filthy rats? And why are you always pestering us?
You call yourself a member of the infamous Deshret's relics and you still...
Who knows what intent a bunch of rats may have? We try to catch a couple, and you all just show up. Hey, have you ever heard of a man by the name of Why would I know? It's not...
This is your last...
Hey, I said I don't know anything. If you're here to find someone, why don't you look through the records yourselves?
The irony. His life became a light for so many, yet to others, it wasn't even... Where's the records room?
It's right over there. All the files are in there. You...
I mean the old records.
The old records room? Kusela. Ah, yeah. Watch your mouth. That's our boss here. He was definitely faking it. We all let our guard down as soon as we saw him come hobbling, but in the short time it supposedly took him to take a dump, he'd already gotten... He couldn't have possibly outrun us if he wasn't a fraud. And after that, Deshret's relics fell into
Stop wasting our time. Every one of us here is perfect. Tell me, where...
It's just over there. Go see it. There's nothing left in there but ashes. No human could ever survive that kind of inferno. Bashar, Tikriti, let's go. We'll leave you. Spare them no mercy if...
หาคนเหรอ เรื่องมันน่าจะนานแล้วหรือเปล่าครับ แบบเอ้ยเดี๋ยวรอดอยู่
So,
ไปบท
this
มัน
was
มา
his
อย่างนี้
final destination. How
หา
did
คนเหรอ
he do it? Getting past all the guard. If he was nimble enough to do that, then he must have been able to get out of here.
Dhaya.
I'm sorry. I know it's just wishful thinking.
Is this a cane? It must
Cane.
be the one.
Kusela.
เท้านะเห็น
Thanks for everything, boss.
We're fortunate to somehow find that cane after that fire.
Let's split up and look around some more. What if some...
But what else could survive a fire like that?
Huh? Thought so.
Wait! Isn't that the toy sword you played with as a child?
The dragon is no more, for Princess Dhaya has slain it. Its head now hangs above the city gates. Her bravery has brought eternal peace and prosperity to us all. Dhaya, come on. This is the most important line.
You can do it.
But Dhaya, you defeated the dragon. Everyone's waiting for your speech. Still too shy, huh? All right, I'll do it. I hereby proclaim our victory. Evil shall plague us no more.
I hereby proclaim our victory. Evil shall plague us no more, Dad.
อ่านไม่ทัน
What's this?
Don't you remember? You asked Paimon what she would do, and Paimon said that she would get boatloads of tasty snacks. These opportunities don't come by often. So today, Paimon's gonna treat you to a special crash course. Hey, this way you get something from the... Anyway, the point is that you should eat to your heart's... Junior Zad will also be here shortly. She's...
Aw, thanks, you two. Honestly, this is very... My chest was filled with all kinds of intense emotions. They just shook me even... But when everything came to an end, those emotions also vanished without... It was as if I'd lost the thing that was most important to me. Yeah, you're right. To many mercenaries, Mora is the most important thing in the world. Idrisi and the others all used to say that they would... My reality shattered when I found out that the father who always
ก็
told
เป็นชั่วโม
the
ง
hero
เหมือนกันนะครับเนี่ย
stories was in fact a bad
บทนี้
guy. Despite all my promises about never
ก็น่า
forgiving
จะ
him
จบแล้ว
and never trying to understand, we're hypocrites. All of us. Yeah, you're right. It's just a pity.
You're back! Are all of you alright?
of you
Ah, there she is.
Yeah. Many people from the Corps of 30 came over, and I just wrapped up everything with my dad. Huh?
Paimon will explain. A lot
I'm sorry. I really should have controlled...
It's all right, my lady. You were hurt by all of this as well.
Dhaya, oh, your pain...
Hey, don't worry about me. If anything, this whole thing is finally shown. My father probably thought that people could settle into new lives as long as they moved to a new... That thought has even crossed my mind a few times. It's like saying... However, there was always something deep within my mind that refused... But now that I consider it again, it all makes sense. The desert sands are...
I understand how you...
That doesn't mean I won't be making any changes to my life, though. As an example, it's just like Idrisi said. I also want to catch up to my father and become a character in his... Even if the ending of the story may be child...
Isn't that neat, though? Oh, you'll be a whole new kind of mercy. Why don't we go for a
จริง
change of scenery once we finish
ตอน
eating?
เควสแรกที่เปิด
What about stopping by the Grand Bazaar again?
เปิดเควสอันนั้น
Right.
คุย
You
กัน
said
นาน
you
เหมือนกัน
wanted
นะค
to
รับ
get a rug for your family.
ถ้าบวกกับตรงนี้ก็น่าจะเป็นชั่วโมง
We'll come along too.
I can't thank you enough for taking care...
ไม่จบเหรอไหนต่อ จะเป็นในบาซ่านะครับ ไม่เห็นมีใช่นะครับ
Oh, this rug here is Quite something.
Ah, here you are. Finally, I found you.
Hey! Aren't you that mercenary who bit his tongue? Wait, are you...
What are you talking about? Do I look like I could take you all in a fight? Once I woke up, I hurried to the Khan al-Ahmar's camp, hoping to alert them to your presence. But when I got
การ
there,
พากย์ด้วยเสียง
I found no one
ลิ้น
except
เจ็บ
the
ด้วยนะ
members who were still too injured to move.
Ah, so you probably got...
Yeah, they told me that they had exacted their revenge, and everyone had turned themselves into the authority. I had joined the cause to repay an old favor from Kusela. Now that everyone's already turned themselves in, one of the injured members gave this box to me, and told me that everything left in the camp will get confiscated, so I...
Thank you.
No worries. We are all just living our own truths. There's no need to comment or judge.
So this box contains everything that Dia's father...
Well, back in the day, the first thing he did with any Mora was spend... But let's see what's in... What's this? It's just a bunch of junk. Kind of...
Perhaps it's...
A handwritten copy of a storybook. The paper's already yellowed, and it was against the Academia's rules to possess books for personal use. If he was going to break...
That probably means this was really a...
And here are a few bags of children's snacks. The packaging's completely...
Did he get those for you?
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. Even when I was a child, I was never a fan of these kinds of snacks. Who even leaves snacks in a box like this anyway? Forget it. Let me see what else is in here. A razor, some buttons, a wool scarf, which, from the looks of it, probably belonged to I'm sorry, my lady, but this is just the kind of man he was. He two empty liquor bottles. Tell me...
Huh? There's something...
Oh, you're right. All right, I got it out. It seems to be a piece of paper with some writing on it. The bottom part's all damaged from moisture, though. Let's hope the writing didn't I was suddenly seized with an urge to write a letter after finishing this bottle. To Dia. It's all right. I'll just read it out. If he went to the trouble of writing a letter, there must have been...
My condition's becoming worse and worse. Can't even walk without a cane anymore, much less go out and have... If you're reading this letter, then I suppose I'm already... You were adorable as a baby. Everyone loved you. And regardless of what... But once you grew a bit older, you were no longer nearly as happy or cute.
Can you believe...
Anyway, back to the point. To summarize, I'm writing this so you would know not to feel sad for me, even if you end up finding out the truth. The reason being that...
Wait, what?
Surely...
I don't know.
I was quite formidable when I was young, and 100 times cooler. Really felt like the whole world was under my feet. With just a teeny tiny bit of effort, I felt I could rule over the entire desert. But as fate would have it, I went out into the desert for a drink one day, and you were just lying there, small and helpless. You were so tiny that but your cries were so loud they made my head hurt. Now that I think of it, you really were... I told Idrisi and the others that I had slipped up with a woman while out and about. None of them even doubted me. I'm sorry that I had to lie to them for so long, but I really had... I was their most esteemed leader after all. It's not like I could just tell them that I... At this rate, I'll puke up all the liquor. Anyway, you possess the kind of freedom and kindness that we could only dream of. As far as how you should live your life, that'll be up to you to decide.
That's the end of the letter.
มุมตอนจบด้วย
In
นะ
the end, he was still thinking of me as a little I suppose, or I would have suffocated under...
He was a good father to you. The fact that...
Yeah. It's just a pity that we...
Do you already have some ideas about the
I do. If he first found me alone, I just have one wish. To tell them a story. That there once existed a childish and foolish jerk with a heart of gold. And that only under his care was I...
If you end up finding any leads, can you share them with us?
Sure, I appreciate it. I wasn't expecting you to be so enthusiastic.
I'll help too.
เป็นเนื้อเรื่องเอาไว้ต่อตอน2ได้นะครับ
Thank you so. My life has certainly had its twists and turns.
แม้ว่ามันจะ
I've always considered myself lucky.
ต่อ
Because
เนื่อง
no
กัน
matter
ยาก
where
เหลือ
I've
เกินนะครับ
gone, I've always been surrounded by incredible.
ที่จบร้อยมันขายพรมในที่สุดก็จบเป็นที่เรียบร้อยนะครับสำหรับเฟสกับตำนานหมดแล้วนะครับเฟสแฮงเอาท์ตัวนี้จากทำเสร็จแล้วเราก็ทำอย่างอื่นกันแล้วกันครับเฟสประจำวันไปครับไปยังไงนี้ก็ยังอันนี้เดี๋ยวมาทางนี้เปิดดันเจี้ยนก็เหมือนกับมันจะเคยผ่านมานะครับแต่ว่ายังไม่ได้เปิดดันแต่มันจะต้องมีอะไรแปลกๆแน่เป็นพัซเซิลนะครับก็เลยเก็บทำไมเควสเนื้อเรื่องเอามากำจัดปาตุย
I see everything. Get with me. Let me scry. Fate is upon you. Let's dance.
ได้ครับได้ครับขอบคุณครับคุณมิวทีมาเพิ่มยอดวิวกันนะครับก็ขอให้นอนหลับฝันดีนะครับ
Hey. Our bond is strong. Shadows of
กัด
fate.
เวลาไหมเนี่ยถ้าไม่จำกัดเวลาได้เรื่อย
Go for. I see everything.
ๆสัปดาห์หน้าฝึกงานอาจจะว่างช่วยครับ
Let me
ครับ
scry.
บายครับขอบคุณครับ
Hey. Lightning terrified. Our bond is delved into destiny, decided by destiny.
ท้ายแล้วตัวสุดท้ายแล้ว
Everyone hold hands. Dissipate. Let's dance.
เรียบร้อยนะครับตัดให้ของอีกไหม จ้งเตือนตรงนี้ก่อนแล้วกันครับมีอะไรประกาศอัปเดตปัญหาอะไรสักอย่างอ๋ออันนี้ได้มาตอนไหนไม่ได้ละได้มาตอนช่วงบ่ายๆนี่นะไปเดินของอ้าวทั้งอ๋อฆ่าด้วยไฮเปอร์บูมตัวพัก2 วิไปเขาให้ตรงนี้เองนะครับไปข้างบนนะครับอ๋อของเหยียบตรงนี้เหมือนจะไปได้ไปยังไงนี่ด้วยหวังว่าจะเป็นอันสุดท้ายนะครับไปทันหรือเปล่าจะทันนะครับเหลือ10 วิรอดเกือบไม่ทันแต่มอนเตอร์ไปครับไปเควสอันที่3ลืมตกปลาเลยนะครับแล้วก็แวะตีสเปกเตอร์ก่อนแล้วกันครับให้เยอะไปข้างล่างเนี่ยอ๋อเป็นดาบนะครับน่าจะ
Everyone hold hands. Stand with me. Let me
กลางเท่าไหร่
Leave my space.
ตัวไหนตัวคือสเปกเตอร์นี่เหรอ
I see everything. Our bond is strong. Shadows of fate. Let the show begin.
เรียบร้อยนะครับ ท้ายก็ยังเป็นดาบเหมือนเดิมนะครับ
It's my lucky day.
Everyone hold hands. Let's dance.
Very. Finally, I.
ไหนคนสุดท้ายออกมา
What's one more?
Dissipate. Fate is upon you. Out of my way.
เรียบร้อยแล้ว4 อันครับแล้วก็คำขอจำวันแล้วก็ไปเก็บเต็ม
Ad Astra. Thank you for completing.
ไปเราก็น่าจะใช้ตัวเรซินนะครับ ไปใช้กับเราจะไปใช้กับพวกนี้นะครับอยู่ไหนเอ่ยนี่พวกเขาโดเมนนี่นะครับไปครับเขาโดเมนเราก็จะเลือกจากตัวที่มันยากนะครับที่ใช้มือผ่านยากๆหน่อยตัวนี้ไรเดนได้แล้วอะไรผ่านบ้างนาฮิดะมีคิแกะแล้ว2 คนทำแล้วก็นึกออกแล้วต้องมีคนที่กันดาเมจอีกคนโนเอล
I will protect you.
2 คนนี้ทำดาเมจนะครับแล้วก็อันนี้เอาไว้ป้องกันท่าที่มันเก็ดหลบนะครับหลบยากแล้วก็มีบาบาร่าเอาไว้ฮิลจะประมาณนี้แหละก็2 ตัวนี้บาบาร่าผ่านนะครับผ่านอยู่แล้วครับแต่ว่าก็จะได้
I see everything. Get with me. Leave it all to me. Let the show begin.
Strike dead.
Oh,
ไปเลยแต่ก็ท
hey. Our bond is strong.
The eye sweeps the land.
ำไม่ทัน
Everyone hold hands. Dissipate. I must leave no. Let's dance.
Inferior. Lightning falls on the land of eternity.
Get with me.
This body is eternal.
ตีตามสบาย
There is no escape.
I see everything.
Purge all obstacles.
ขอแค่อย่ามาตีโดนตรง
Leave it all to me. I'll protect us.
Witness
Go, Barbara, go!
the final calamity.
นตรงชิโนบุแล้วกัน
Everyone hold hands.
Stand with me. Purge all obstacles. Eternity is in my hand.
อ๋อ นี่ตรงนี้ที่ต้องใช้ท่าของโนเอล
Steady as stone.
Our bond is strong.
อ้าว โล่หมดแล้วเหรอ
Everyone hold hands. The Temple of Wisdom.
Being terrified.
As a dutiful maid would, leave it all to me.
โอ้
Obey me. This world,
I
a
see
fleeting
everything.
shadow.
Dissipate.
จบ1 คอมโบก็ได้ครึ่งหลอดแล้วนะครับ ก็น่าจะไม่ยากสักเท่าไหร่ละ
Absurd. Illusions are but
ไหนละ
distractions. Shatter.
โดนพอดี
I see everything. Steady as stone. Let's dance.
This body is eternal. Perish.
Hey,
Inferior. Purge all obstacles.
make yourself a move.
I'll settle this. Stand with me. Witness
เกิด
final calamity.
เอาหัน
Let the show begin.
Our bond is strong.
I see everything.
Eternity is in my hand.
ลืม
I must leave no stone unturned. Hey. Don't worry about me. I see everything. The Temple of Wisdom.
Dissipate. Out of my way.
I'll protect you. Leave it all to me. Time to clean up.
รถเยอะเหลือเกิน
Lightning.
ทันไหมเนี่ย
Obey me.
ตายนะครับ
Weak. This world, a fleeting shadow.
ร้อย
Crumbles before me.
2 ชิ้น เอาไว้อัพชิ้น สัปดาห์นี้ได้ดีนะครับ ได้ของดี
Ma-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
ฝันนะครับ ได้เลยนะครับอันนี้ ต่อ ไปอ๋ออันถัดไปก็คือเลเวล 10 แล้วนะครับเราก็จะได้ไปอัพ คิวอื่นกันสักทีนี่1 ชิ้นก็อันนี้เก็บที่หลังนะครับสเปกเตอร์อัพกันอัพติก่อนนะครับอันถัดไปเราก็เก็บของนาฮิตะนะครับนี่ตอนนี้4 อันแล้วถ้าเราจะอัพจนเวล9นะเราต้องการอีกอันนะครับ8 9 8นะครับก็ไปคนถัดไปกับโอ้บอสดีนะโอ้3 ตัวเอาดาเมจกันเลย
Go, Barbara, go!
Bow before me, worm.
Everyone hold hands! Get with me! Steady and strong. Let the show begin. Go, Barbara, go! Hey! The bond is strong.
50,000 กัน
At my command.
นะครับเก็บบล็อกพลังงานก่อน
I see everything. Leave it all to me. Let's dance.
ที่มีได้ 19,000 ด้วยเอาไม่ใช่ 9
Insignificant pest.
This way. Lightning terrified.
My endless cycle begins.
บล็อกได้มาเลยนะครับ
Everyone hold hands.
Feeble human.
Get with me.
ดูไกลเหลือเกินนะครับมันได้ร้อยไปก็เป็นข่าวของแล้วนะครับ
1,000 eons, mine to dominate. Burn to oblivion. Kneel.
โอ้ตรงนี้น่าจะโดนโอ้ไม่โดนหรอ
Reality is pain.
เอาดิโอเคอ้าวพลังลดอันดู ไปร้อยก็กรอบก็นายจะครั้งแรกที่ทันนะครับ
Stand with me. I see everything. Let the show begin. Huh. 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 Hey. Huh. Go, Barbara, go. Huh. Yeah. Huh. Huh. Hey. Huh. 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 Yeah. Huh.
ได้ไม่เยอะอะไรเท่าไหร่
This way.
ได้มาสักหน่อย
Go, Barbara, go. Stand with me.
แอบมาทำอะไร ฉันเจ็บปวด
The bond is strong. Kneel.
ไป
Burn to oblivion! You filth!
Stand with me.
ปล่อย
Kneel!
เอ๊ะอ้าวอันหนึ่งก็ยิงเรียบร้อย
Lose it all again.
อ้าวช่องพอแฟกไม่ไปต้องไปอัพอาร์ติแฟกต์ตอนนี้ก็ไม่เก็บอาร์ติแฟกต์อยากให้ใครแล้วอัพอันนี้ไปนะครับ หมดไปในระดับหนึ่งไม่ได้นะครับ ไม่ได้ของนายฮิดะต่อไปก็เป็น Storm Terror นะครับ Storm Terror ธาตุนาไฟเหรอทำปฏิอันติอะไรก็จะได้
Just sharpen
ตาย
my
เร็วหน่อย
spear.
ไม่น่าใช้หลิงเลย
Nice and spicy. Roll, roll, roll.
หมดทีเดียวจะตายแล้วนะครับตอดกว่ากินมาตายแล้ว100นะ3ก็จะเหลือไม่ถึงอัพเลอร์หรอก็มันจะมีเติ้ลหลายๆอันมันในที่สูงอะไรเดี๋ยวเปลี่ยนทาวเวลเลอร์เป็นต้องเอามาคุย
There's still a long road.
ตอนนี้รู้สึกการไม่ได้ใช้ธาตุลมของแล้วก็ธาตุหินแล้วกัน แล้วกันครับว่าเอาให้ปลดล็อกหรือเปล่าปลดล็อกได้หมดเลยนะครับ100 T6of Earth ดูก่อนแล้วกัน Break of Earth อ๋ออันติเสียหายจะเพิ่มจะเกี่ยวอะไรกับการแก้ดาวเพิ่มฟอลแตกแล้วจะเพิ่มความเกิดอันนี้ก็จะผลการแก้พัซเซิลนะครับอันสุดท้ายนี้นะครับตาเฟลสอดนะครับก็บาทจะอยู่นานขึ้นก็จะทำให้เราสามารถแก้พัซเซิลได้เยอะขึ้นฝันแล้วกันเอาอัพอะไรได้บ้างอ๋อใช้สื่ออันเดียวกับเซี่ยงหลิงนะครับใช้ไปทั่วนี่นะไปทาวเวลเลอร์เขาใช้ประจำวันก็เสร็จเรียบร้อยหมดแล้วนะครับประจำวันเสร็จร้อยแล้ววันสัปดาห์ต่อนะครับบอส3ตัวที่เป็นเทาโดเมนนี่ไม่นับนะครับนับแต่ตัวที่เป็นหมาป่าวูฟที่อยู่นอกเป็น10 ครั้งอ๋อเขานับว่าเป็นดันเจียนนะครับเรื่องเทาโดเมนนับเป็นไปที่ตัวปรุงอาหารก็ไปปรุงอาหารกันดีกว่าไปที่เมลุกันนะครับเมลุเป็นชื่ออ๋อก็มาเพิ่มความชำนาญอาหารกันนะครับไล่ไปเลยเผื่อมีของใหม่ก็คืออันที่มีปูนะครับปูอันนี้ครั้งที่แล้วทำไม่ได้เพราะว่าไม่มีแฮมนะครับตอนนี้มีแฮมมีแป้งเรียบร้อยแล้วแล้วก็มาทำครั้งเลยลืมดูว่า ไปโป่งตรงนี้12ครับพิเศษกะแล้วกันครับกะครับพิเศษอ๋อเมื่อกี้ที่เป็นใส่จานน่าจะเป็นอาหารระดับพิเศษนะครับจานได้274หน่วยนะครับโจมตีอุ้ยเกือบหลุดอันนี้ได้แค่228นะครับโอ้ได้เยอะเหมือนกันนะครับ3 อันละจาก13 ครั้ง100ไปอันไปก็เนื้อปลานะครับที่อาจจะไม่ทันอาจจะไม่เสร็จแต่ว่านี่เราเอาแค่5 ครั้งนะครับก็ปรุงไปนะครับว่าอีก5 ครั้งก็จะครบ20แหละนี้โอ้โบนัสนะครับนะครับอันนี้ความนำสัปดาห์เราก็เรียบร้อยแล้วครั้งไปก็สั่งทำของจากร้านอาวุธมาเป็นโมนาก่อนแล้วกัน
This is just.
สั่งทำอันนี้นะครับครบ20ถ้ามาเก็บก็จะได้ความสำเร็จเรียบร้อยนะครับไปตอนนี้4 ทุ่มแล้วนะครับเอาไว้มาเจอกันพรุ่งนี้นะครับนานๆจะได้เล่น2 วันทีนะครับมีละวันจันทร์มา2 สัปดาห์แหละได้เล่น2 วันนะครับไว้มาเจอกันพรุ่งนี้ก็สวัสดีครับ